let me start by saying no, I don't wear the same shirt every day. Yesterday in my videos, I wore this for like a couple hours, and then I changed, so it was like not even dirty, so I just wore it again today. But today, it is time for my September wrap-up. Man, this month is coming and going. I remember when it was September 1st, and now it's almost October 1st. That's ridiculous. That is really cool how time does that. Okay, so I read 9 books this month, which is pretty good, to be completely honest. I didn't think I'd be doing that, and now that I think about it, I'm a little bit depressed because 5 of them were rereads, but let me get into this. The first 5 books I read this month was the Percy Jackson series. I swear these are rereads. I was originally going to spend this month rereading the entire Percy Jackson series, 1 through 5, and then all the Heroes of Olympus. And I calculated it in hopes that I would finish all of them by October 7th when Blood of Olympus came out. So I read all of these, I reread each of them in 2 days, and it was such a fun ride to go back through and do it. It was so much fun. And then I realized, you know, I mean, it was not a waste reading this at all, but I could have read 5 other books this month. And I kind of got a little depressed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to read the Heroes of Olympus. I know what happens. I remember what happens, and I'll skim through them in the month of October this week. Is today? No, tomorrow's October 1st. Okay, fine. So, yes, rereads. Love them even more the second time. This next one, I read off and on in between the other 3 books, but I don't want to spoil you guys for what's happening, so I'm just going to go ahead and say, I read The Great Gatsby by S. Scott Fitzgerald, and it's one of my first classics. I read Kill a Mockingbird for school, wasn't a fan. I've read, like I said before, I don't even know if The Outsiders counts, but I love that. This was fantastic. I originally was just going to sit down and read it, but then some other stuff came up that I'm going to get to in a minute. And then finally one day I just said, okay, you know what, real quick, I'm going to finish this last little bit, and then I'm going to keep going. But it was absolutely fantastic. I believe I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I'm not really sure. Either 4 or 5. It was just a good, thought-provoking classic, and I don't think I'm going to do a review for this, but, you know, who knows. I might reread it again someday and do it because it's teensy, so I probably could. Now, the last 3 books I read this month was the Maze Runner trilogy. This is so much fun holding up the whole series. I am loving this a whole bunch, which consists of The Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, and The Death Cure. You guys know this because I've been making reviews for them, and crying and sobbing and being weird and fangirly and hysterical. Each of these, 5 million out of 5 stars, brand new favorite series on my top 3 series list, partnering with Percy Jackson and the Hunger Games. Thank you very much. That was a very long-winded sentence. But these books are absolutely amazing. I know tons of people are not fans of this series, but I need you to reread them or something. Just figure out why you didn't like it, fix it, and then you can like it and we can fangirl together. But I know a lot of people down in the comments on my reviews have been liking it, which is good because I'm glad that I can share that with you guys. But, this was actually a really successful reading month. I mean, I completed a series, started and completed a series, read a classic, and then okay, this month is so different. I hardly ever marathon series because I very rarely will get them all at once and then do a continuous run. So I did that. I started and completed a series. I read a classic, which I hardly ever do, and I reread, which I hardly ever do. Like, fully. Like, hey, what are you reading? I'm Lightning Thief. You know, like, I randomly reread some random stuff sometimes, but I'm so proud. This has been such a good month, man. September was awesome. I mean, we got the Maze Runner movie premiere. We got the anticipation of Blood of Olympus. This was a good month. How was your reading month? How many books did you read? What were they? Did you like them? Did you read any of these? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.